Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pop Spot, where we pop about all the spots we love in professional wrestling. And this week, it's a very special edition of the Pop Spot because we are popping about all the spots we love at TNA Victory Road and the TV tapings the following night. I am your host, Andre C. Right over here, joining me as always, is my boy. He is the Juggernaut. He is a AWS. How you doing, sir?
Can't complain. A little exhausted. Voice is a little hoarse. This weekend has been exhausting, and it's still going on. I can't believe it. TNA was crazy. It was super awesome. Just a little bit of subtext about my history of wrestling. I started watching TNA. That was the first company I watched in 2007. Right back, primo era of Russo booking. Not that he's great, but Main Event Mafia. Very happy with that. God, I've already got him fucking cringing.
You said the one name that makes every wrestling fan cringe.
I really need to stop saying shit. Why do I have a show? No, but seriously, 2007 TNA is my backyard essentially. I love old school TNA. I was super. This is 18 years in the making for me. Very happy with this.
Yeah, man. My first company was WWE, but I started watching these guys in 2004. I think it was Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles. I think it's their second ever Slammiversary, their second anniversary event, which was essentially Slammiversary 2. I freaking love this company. I got watching them remember watching the first ever pay-per-view. Victory Road was their first ever proper monthly pay-per-view. Was Victory Road. They were doing the weekly pay-per-view, and I was a fan. I was hooked. Love this. So Jeff Hardy versus Jeff Jarrett back then. I love TNA. I've loved them for a long time. I fell off for them over the last bunch of years, but I got back into them this last. Honestly, what brought me back was this NXT thing. Working with NXT this year, and it brought me back. And I think that it's a good thing. It gave me my way back in. And man, was I happy. I was enjoying a lot of the stuff. And bam, I got to see guys I never thought I would get to see. But man, this weekend has been exhausting, has been a blast, and it's not even over for us because we've got one more night of wrestling and Top Talent featuring TNA superstar Nick Nemeth, the former Dolph Ziggler. This will be my set. I've met that dude twice before. When he was doing stand-up. Nicest freaking dude in the world. I cannot wait to see him do this to wrestle tonight. And it's going to be a blast, man. It's going to be
absolutely going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah.
Let's chat. Let's
chat about TNA.
So we did 2 nights back to back. We both got I got lucky. My boy Mike got me Melball, Nate, and him front row seats, and we were on camera throughout the night. It was
on hard cam side,
and you were just behind us to the right on the second row in the stands.
Second row on the balcony. I was there with my boy Malcolm, and I also was on hard cam. I had people sending me screenshots, oh my god, you were on TV. I'm like, holy shit, there I am.
Dude, it's awesome. I had such a blast. I think the closest I've ever sat for a big production like WWE, TNA, AEW. I guess the big it was 4th row at a house show in Red Deer, and I had Roman Reigns walk right beside me. That was the cool part.
And
it was actually on his birthday too.
That is pretty awesome.
But I got to sit front row for a TNA pay-per-view. TNA Plus special, whatever you want to call it. I get to sit front row that, and I get to sit front row for 2 TV tapings. I had so much fun.
Oh yeah.
I was getting so excited leading up to this. Like Wednesday, Thursday, I'm like, oh my god, I want Friday to get here. And Friday, I'm at work. I'm just like, come on, I think this day to end. I want to go to
Mhm.
wrestling. I ended up going a little longer in my day. Like I was booking off early that day, but I went a little longer
Yeah,
in my day. But man, I had such a blast, man. Like this whole weekend was so much fun.
it
Getting
was
to
crazy.
getting and we did some fun stuff. I got to get a group photo with Mike with some TNA knockouts.
Oh
But
yeah.
the photo I'm going to bring up here features myself, AWS, and our boy Malcolm. Because after the show on Saturday, we got to meet with
Yeah.
TNA X Division champion Leon Slater. This dude was so cool. So nice. Literally, the day we met him was the day he turned 21.
It was his
On September
birthday. It
27th.
was so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we got to say happy birthday to both me and Adam rocking our kamikaze shirts
Heck
there.
yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, dude, that meeting Leon Slater was a goddamn treat. Like he was so personable, he's chatting with us,
Mhm.
talking about, and he was just saying, I just said to him like, I'm so excited to see where you go in this business and you watch your
Yep.
rise, because again, it's
Mhm.
going to be insane. At 21, just turned 21 years old. He's already done what he's done in TNA, won the X Division title, worked with his heroes in the Hardys,
Mhm.
and
Rubbed
just to
shoulders
watch,
with AJ Styles.
yeah, that match has to happen at some point. Slater
It has
before
to.
AJ retires, we need to get Leon Slater versus AJ Styles.
Yeah. And
But
now because Victory Road has happened, we can say it. Now he's going into Bound for Glory and he's wrestling Javon Evans there. Like,
it's about
holy
to
crap.
get bouncy.
Bouncy. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a crazy Bound for Glory, just with all the stuff that's happening in the lead up. Like, I am ecstatic with where TNA is right now. And again, not Javon Evans. He's later. Leon Slater. God, he was such a nice guy. He
Yeah.
had like the decency to like chat with us for a good 30 seconds, which is good considering the lineup was pretty long.
Mhm.
He obviously gave us these pictures, which was really awesome. Super sweet guy, very humble. I am ecstatic that I got to meet and hold technically the X Division title in
You held
2025.
on to the belt. You held on to the belt. That's what
That
matters.
is one of the greatest things that's like something I can put on my like wrestling resume is I've held the X Division title.
Yeah. Oh, no, he was dope. He was seriously dope. But let's go over the cards. Let's talk the night one quickly. We had Zachary. The opening match on the pre-show was Zachary
Yep.
Wentz defeating Trey Miguel and Cedric Alexander. Absolutely phenomenal way to open with
Yep.
an X Division showcase right there.
Mhm.
That was so good. That was
It
so
literally
good.
like you were talking about the lead up to Victory Road. For me, it didn't really sink in that I was at a TNA pay-per-view until the Rascals came out. And then
Yeah.
Cedric came out. And then as soon as the bell rang, everyone in the arena erupted with TNA chants. It was so awesome. Everyone was so happy because this is their first time in Edmonton in the history of the company. Like, this is like a
Yeah.
landmark moment for Edmonton.
I really feel with the two nights, them doing so well in attendance, I think they're coming back. They gotta be
With how
talking
hot the
coming back.
crowd was, they have to.
Yeah, they have to be. But yeah, then we got AJ Francis with Matt
Um,
Hardy, with
uh,
Matt Hardy, with Matt freaking Hardy, for his first class poundhouse, and he ended up putting Matt through a table. Yeah, we're not spoiling anything because this is all on the pay per view. We will not spoil TV. Do not
we
worry.
will not.
But yeah,
The
then
pay
we
per view.
got on the first show on the pay per view was the System. Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and JDC, the returning JDC baby.
We love
They defeat
JDC.
Yeah, they defeated Order Force, Agent Zero, Jason Hodge, and John Schuyler. Really fun little six man there. Fun little six
Yeah,
man.
it was a pretty fun trios match. Can't complain. Obviously, great to see JDC. Great to see Brian Myers. I am a avid system enjoyer, so yeah, very good. It's weird because I love the faction of the system more, but I love the leader of Order 4 more.
Yeah, yep, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can agree with you there.
Yeah.
I very much like the system as a whole. I'm not a big fan of Moose, where
Mhm.
I really love Mustafa Ali, but I love Tasha Steele. She's great, but the rest of
Yeah,
Order Four
Tasha's great.
can go meh. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Then after that, we got a sad moment where Ashby Elegance was out, and she was
Yeah.
saying, she no reasons were given, nothing like that, but she said some stuff has come up that she can no longer wrestle or perform, and so she relinquished in TNA Knockouts Championship. So I'm thinking, what the hell does this mean for Indy Hartwell? Because again, earlier in the week, there was some drama, some allegations levied against Smash Slam Vicious. She was removed from her title match, and now Ash has to relinquish due to personal reasons. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what the heck's going on here? And
Yeah.
so they made an announcement that it's going to be a battle royal, and the final two entrants in the battle royal will be competing later in the night to face off for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. So
Yep.
you had I'm going to pull up the entire list of people.
We had a
You
whole
had
bunch of people.
so you had Heather Elegance, Jessica McKay, Amber Elegance, Zaya Brookside, Danny Luna, Cassie Lee, Jody Threat, Lily La Pescadita Ruiz, and
Yes.
then you also had Lady Lee and Kalani Jordan. In
Yep.
the end, Lady Lee and Kalani Jordan eliminated both members of the Elegance
The
brand and both
inspiration.
members of the Inspiration at the same time, eliminated all four. Those two, all four. Then they kept fighting, and the ref had to slide in to stop them, saying, "This
Yeah.
match is over. You two are
Yep.
going later in the show, not right now."
Yeah,
Which was
no,
pretty
it
funny.
was a great way to end off because like Lee Young Lee, I love her. I love her gimmick. She's got like the katana thing going. That's obviously really
Yeah,
fun.
her entrance
Uh
is fire.
and yeah, her entrance is fire. And Kalani Jordan, NXT's Kalani Jordan.
The
Uh
first ever NXT Women's North
North Am-
American Champion.
exactly. And now she's looking to add the Knockouts title to the pedigree. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no,
Yep.
this match is going to be fire, is what I was thinking at that exact moment.
Yeah, and then after that, we got Matt Cardona and the hometown and Edmonton's own hometown man versus Demis. And Matt Cardona and the hometown man did get the win in this match, but the Demis did attack hometown man after the match and stole his mask.
He stole his mask. Damn,
Jerks.
don't take the
Jerk.
hometown man stuff. He came out with Stinger. Come on.
Yeah. And that was a fun little one. And we get to see Nick. We get to see Nick on today. As
Yeah, we get to see
you're
him
watching this
today.
on Monday, but we see him tonight for us. Then after that, we had Mike Santana defeating the mercenary hired by Trick Williams, Ridge Holland. He was sent there by Trick Williams to face off against Mike Santana. Mike Santana standing up to Ridge Holland and taking him out with a beautiful spin the block. But after
Yeah.
the match, Trick Williams did come out and attack Mike Santana with the TNA World Championship, as their match will be at Bound for Glory in a couple of weeks. I am so looking forward to that. This has been a great build for these two.
Yeah, for sure. Very happy with it.
Yeah. Then we had Mustafa Ali versus Moose. And the winner of this match gets an advantage in hardcore war. I think it's probably going to be like a gauntlet style entrance for this.
It's like I think the
Hardcore.
way they explained it on the Go Home Impact is it's like war games where
Oh,
one
so
person
similar war
enters
games.
them.
Okay.
So I think it's
Yeah.
like whoever wins gets the first man.
Yeah. So Mustafa Ali did get the win, so they're gonna get that early 2-on-1 advantage and gonna have the advantage every time as they come out. Order 4 getting the win there.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Hendry defeated Eric Young here in a match. Wonderful, wonderful match because we believe in Joe Hendry.
That was so out of sync.
I knew we weren't going to be able to do it because just the sync is it never
So
works.
weird, yeah. No, but that was awesome. Like honestly, like top 3 pops of the entire show were Matt Hardy, Matt Cardona, and actually no, it was Trick. Matt Hardy, Trick, and Joe Hendry at number 1, which I'm not shocked that Joe Hendry got the biggest pop. but I friggin' love Joe Hendry. He's so awesome. I can't get enough of his song. Like I listen to it on repeat some days. It was just such a fun thing. And Eric Young, like I got to see Eric Young wrestle live. It
Yeah,
was so good.
Yeah, watching Eric Young, I've watched that guy since the early 2000s with TNA when he was Team Canada and he was just this weird little dude, and what he's become is absolutely insane. Um, Absolutely love this guy. I think he's just an incredible wrestler. And getting to experience a Joe Hendry entrance was just fire. Um, yeah,
Yeah, super
yeah,
awesome.
I loved it. Then after that, we got a tables match. They set it up earlier in the pay per view. Matt Hardy defeating AJ Francis after Matt Hardy came off of the top rope with a leg drop to the outside onto AJ Francis through a table. It's absolutely phenomenal. I got to see Matt Hardy wrestle live again. That was a big point for me.
Yeah, no, that's a bucket list thing for me too. Watching Matt wrestle live, that was so awesome. The leg drop, the top rope side effect. I think he got a twist of fate in there. Just so unbelievable to like. He's a titan of this business. He's one of the greatest wrestlers in the history of this business. I can't get enough. Like he's so good. I'm so happy that I got to see him wrestle live.
Yeah, me too. Then we follow up for the vacant TNA Knockouts World Championship with special guest referee Indie Wrestling. Indy Hartwell was there. It's Kaylani Jordan defeating Lei Ying Lee to take the championship back to the NXT brand. She brings it back to the NXT brand.
So now the two main titles of the company, the World Men's and the World Women Knockouts, are now in the hands of NXT wrestlers, which
back
is
in there and again, yeah,
crazy. And I'm just thinking like ahead of time, like what if, because Leon is wrestling Javon Evans, we'll get to that later. What if Javon wins the X Division title? That's going to be crazy if that happens.
Yeah, that is kind of insane. Then we had Frankie Kazarian, the king, Frankie Kazarian. Let's go. Taking on Steve Macklin for Steve Macklin's TNA International Championship, and Frankie Kazarian getting the sneaky little win after kicking the rope into the crotch of Steve Macklin and slingshotting him over into the cutter. Frankie Kazarian wins the X Division, or not the TNA International Championship. It'd be really weird if he was X Division champion again.
That would be weird. Really awesome title change. I just need to speak on his slingshot cutter. That is genuinely one of my favorite moves of anyone in TNA. Like it's so smooth. Every time he does it, like he never fucks it up. It's so awesome.
No. It's so good. So good. And then finally, your main event from Victory Road was Leon Slater defending his X Division Championship against the Rascals, Myron Reed. This match was everything I wanted from this pay-per-view. As soon as it was announced, this pay-per-view just became even higher level for me. Leon Slater has just been an absolutely just sensation to watch in professional wrestling over this last little bit. And Myron Reed, since returning to TNA, returning to the Rascals, and kind of really getting to showcase, because it was really when Wesley, when he was with them as Desmond Xavier, I think, and along with Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel, they were the Rascals everybody knew. Myron was kind of that fourth one that a lot of people weren't really familiar with. But since he returned and joined them here in TNA, he has really shown how freaking good he is and why. No, he's not the fourth Rascal. He is just a Rascal, and he is absolutely stellar. These two killed it, but in the end, Slater winning with a Swanton 450. I'm so happy I got to see a Swanton 450 live in person. Oh my god!
Yeah, no, it looks so crisp.
How he could jump hit that swanton arc. Like he jumps, floats for a couple seconds of that swanton arc, and then then force himself into the spin. I don't understand how he does it, but
The physics are crazy.
holy shit, it's beautiful. It is beautiful to witness live.
It is absolutely beautiful to witness. Another, like, my favorite spot of that match, I do have to point it out, was the moment where I believe it was Myron suplexed Leon out of the ring. They both land on their feet on the outside, and then Leon goes to reverse into a suplex, and Myron reverses it into a stun dog millionaire. It was so clean, and the crowd erupted after it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was so good.
Like, this crowd was split. This crowd honestly was split. They were cheering for Myron. They were cheering for Leon. They were cheering for Myron. They were cheering for Leon. They were cheering for Myron. They were cheering for This crowd was nuts on Friday night, and it was fire being there in person for this, man.
It was like being, again, like I feel like a lot of people that watch our show are going to know that the difference between watching something on TV and watching something in the crowd live is like night and day. Like, it was electric in that room. Everyone was like hugging each other. It was so awesome. Everyone was just feeling the moment. And, like, again, I think they were at a fever pitch for the entirety of Victory Road, and they were at a fever pitch for at least 75 to 80% of the TV tapings the next day, which is why I think they have to come back, because this 100%. Crowd is too good.
Yeah, after that, they did announce that we are getting the bouncy Javon Evans challenging Leon Slater at Bound for Glory. Sensei Nomero made that announcement. The crowd went fucking nuts for that. Javon seems pretty goddamn pumped that he's going to be facing off the other young superstar. Again, these are the two futures for both. These kids are the future of these companies. It's simple as that. But yeah. So we headed home after. I went to go do my meet and greet with Leon Slater. Then they informed me, no, that one's tomorrow night. I'm like, oh, I thought it was on Friday night.
Oh, well.
So we all made our way home. And then the following day I worked. And then I went and ring announced a quick show in the afternoon at the Delwood Fall Festival with my boy C AWS. Made his way out over to. He got there after his improv show that he went and did, and so I'm going to quickly run through the things. Headline: Shawn Martin's defeating Kyle, the Canadian Goose Kyle Shaw in dastardly fashion. Nasty Nate Nixon coming out, running Martin's off, and we made a match. We made a match for the main event of the show. A fun little opener, I think.
Pretty fun.
Flacco was pretty over.
People like Flacco.
After that, we had from the 51st state, it's Americado, along with the man. I knew the guy was in the building, but I didn't know he was managing him. Cujo was back to manage.
That was crazy. I haven't seen Cujo since like 2016. That's really crazy.
Yeah, they came out their whole little pro-American gimmick, and they took on the German juggernaut, Big Moses Luke, who came out saying, yes, he is of German heritage. Yeah, he is of German heritage, but is Canadian because he lives here. He is Canadian. He pulled out a Canadian flag. This crowd was fine. Really great match. Big Mo Luke getting the win in this match. With it, I think it was that cradle shock that he does. Oh, I love that move.
It's such a good cradle shock, and for a guy that big to do a cradle shock like that, like, phenomenal.
Yeah, and then we got the Kid Chocolate making his return here. Mo Jabari coming out to take on the rising star of RCW. Our version of Javon Evans, our version of Leon Slater is Scotty Ace coming out here. And Scotty Ace getting the surprise sunset flip on Mo Jabari to get the win. And Mo Jabari said, screw this, and just walked away from it. He wasn't happy. He was just like, man, I got rolled up. And he just said, screw this, and walked away. Yeah. He was not happy, man. He was not happy.
He sure weren't.
No. Then we got Toronto's Tango Tyler Rose, that little jerk, taking on Moon Doug Man. Delwood street fight. They brawled all over the area. We were in an ice rink, but there was grass.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. But they brawled all around inside of the rink area. It was an outdoor rink. Yeah. They brawled all over. The crowd was into it. The kids were fired up, and they were loving it. But in the end, Moondog Manson did get the win here.
I got a moment to help out. He threw Tyler Rose into my shoe. Tried to get a pin off of that. That was pretty awesome. Can't complain about that.
You were plunder.
I was
You
in
were
fact
plunder.
plunder. I was plunder in a
You
Delwood
were
street fight.
plunder.
It's another thing I can check off the list. I was plunder.
Yeah, because I think your whole list was like, there was the chain, there was the barbed wire bat, there was a chair. You were like, we only had 3 plunder. I'm like, no, we had 4. You were you were part of the plunder.
I guess I could have also included one of the benches because he threw him on one of the benches and like
Benches,
the walls of the ring.
the boards of the
The
ring.
boards of
like,
the ring.
He launched Tyler into one of the boards and he just like whipped him through the air and just bang against the board.
Yeah.
It looked brutal. From what I heard,
brutal.
Tyler kind of hurt his shoulder on that one. Might have tweaked his shoulder on that one. Then your main event of the show was Nasty Nate Nixon taking on the headline Shawn Martins, and in the end, they did. We got the Buck Nasty, and then one kid when he yelled Buck Nasty, these little kids that live right beside you or right near you, they're like, but you shouldn't say that. And I said, no. He said Buck Nasty with a
Nasty,
B.
not
and they're
that.
like, and the one kid goes, yeah, right. Like, just like at me like I'm lying.
These kids were sassy today.
Oh, I loved it. But yeah, and then afterwards, a bunch of kids were telling Nate to say 67.
6 it's I wanted to do
67?
research, but I also didn't want to like contaminate my Google searches. I assume it's just a TikTok trend.
Yeah. I'm looking it up. 6-7 meaning. Viral internet meme that originated from social media where it's used in various contexts, usually humorously describes something unexpectedly different from what it should be.
Huh. Man, Gen Alpha slang is getting weird.
It's kind of associated with LaMelo Ball, the basketball player who's 6'7".
Because he's built different. Okay, I see the connection. I don't agree with it, but I see the connection.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's a TikTok thing, and like when he did that after the match, the kids in the crowd were like, yeah,
they were almost as loud as the TNA crowd.
That might have been the biggest pop on the whole show when he said
Genuinely.
6-7. I laughed so hard. But
yeah,
that was RCW's fall the Delwood Fall Festival. That was really fun. It was just fun to go do it in the afternoon. That's part of the reason why my voice is weaker than normal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a fun little time. And then we went back to the Edmonton Expo Center for one more night of TNA where we got to see the TV tapings. We're going to talk about some of it, but we're not going to give any results because I don't feel like we should be spoiling anything. I want to talk about some local people first.
Yep.
That were part of this. We had Harlan Abbott coming out right off the hop, and he was taking on Raj Singh, who brought his father, the great Gamma Singh, to they were talking. Gamma was talking all about the movie that they just came out about his life and his family in professional wrestling. That movie will be out on Crave this fall. It's called Sings in the Ring. Please check that out. You're going to hear all about the career of the great Gamma Singh, and then his son Raj Singh and his cousin Raj Desi, I'm pretty sure is featured in there too. Chelsea Green is one of the talking heads in the movie, so you get to see her. It's all about Great Gamma Singh. He's a legend in professional wrestling. You check him out. Check out Sings in the Ring. I highly recommend it. And then we got a match between Raj and Harlan. But again, I'm not giving any spoilers.
Yeah, no, but seriously, go watch Sings in the Ring. Gamma came out and he talked, and he was genuinely like, for being such a huge asshole in his career as like a huge heel, he was such a humble guy, and like everyone was chanting "Thank you, Gamma" over and over again. It was so awesome. Very happy with it.
Yeah, I think I forgot to write it down in here, but we also got Zaya Brookside and Lei Ying Lee taking on local wrestlers Ava Lawless and Kat Bone Hughes. Yes,
we love that.
Again, I love seeing people I'm familiar with and I know getting in that ring and doing some crazy shit, and that was awesome to see them do it. But the whole TV taping as a whole, because I don't want to go through everything because I don't want to give too much spoilers. But we did get a Trick and Santana promo. It was absolutely fire.
Phenomenal.
So yeah, we got that. That promo was just sick. We got a fun little promo between Indy Hartwell and Kaylani Jordan setting up, doing their contract signing for their match at Bam for Glory.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about specifics on that promo, but like something that pissed me off a little bit at that was that people were chanting boring at that promo. Like, no, it was not boring. It was compelling.
It was a few people that were kind of in between you and me. I think they were on the floor, kind of at the back to my right, like kind of right in front of you, kind of where I was hearing it from. And it was like, I want to say 4 or 5 people, like a very small group of people that started chanting boring. But then everybody else in the arena just did not hold on. And they died out pretty quick. And like Santino turned around and gave them a dirty look. Like, I literally saw him give them a dirty look for doing that. Because, like, it wasn't boring. Shut the fuck up. We want to hear this promo, you jackasses.
Yeah, like, come on. We get it. You want to get on TV. Like, shut the hell up. It was compelling. It, like, I hate that. Just, sorry, I had to mention that.
Yeah, I got so mad when that happened. I was so mad. So mad. But yeah, again, the whole thing was such a just absolutely. We got to see Sinner and Saint wrestler. We got to see Carlos Williams and Judas Icarus. We got to see them wrestle, baby. Sinner and Saint, baby. My boy, Sinner and Saint. I was so happy,
awesome,
getting to see those guys work. Man, when they came out during the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
during Aaron Gunn's match to help Joe Hendry win, but getting to see them wrestle was everything I wanted. And me, Mike, and Nate were just doing the similar. They came over to us during their entrance. They were like, "Yeah, with us," and like we were like, and then as they were leaving, I'm like, "We'll see you at LPW soon." And they went, and they just kind of gave us like a yep, they're coming. So like, man, because I've watched both. Like, I've watched Judas a couple times when he's been there with Travis, and a couple times on his own. But seeing Travis there, because he was an early wrestler for LPW. He was there right early on. He was in that first title match, that championship ladder title match and everything. Like, getting to watch him early on was so cool. And just to watch where he's gone, I freaking love it, man. It was so cool seeing Sinner Saint. And they were in a match with the Rascals and the System and Order 4. So, like,
it was such a crazy match. Yeah. You're going to see it on Impact at some point. It's so good.
Yeah, that match should be this Thursday.
It should be, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, highly recommend. It's just, I absolutely loved it. I had such a blast at TV tapings. We can't, again, I don't want to spoil stuff for you guys. I don't want to give away anything, but I want to talk about the things that I loved that I saw at this show. It was so.
Do you want to talk about a couple more things that you didn't mention?
Yes, we do.
First thing, more local guys. There were a bunch of people behind the scenes that I'd like to give shout outs to. People that were on camera, specifically, people like Barat from Paralira.
They were never on camera. They were during the.
No, Barat was at the beginning of the Victory Road. He was standing there with Kazarian, and right when he pushed Mars the Specialist around. Yep. So he was there. And then other people that were helping with setting things up, like T.Y. Jackson, Kamikaze, Barat again, a few other people that I didn't.
Harlan was part of the crew on Friday.
Yeah.
Dalton Rogue was on crew on Saturday. I saw
Dalton Rogue was there. Yeah,
he was down in the corner. He was with the production guys at ringside most of the night, all night. So he was in
even including the people that helped officiate the meet and greets and the merch stand, people like Weston King, Krieger, Scorpius. There were so many people that I recognized that were there and helping with this program. I just want to give a shout out to all you guys, because thank you for making that even better.
Yeah, it was so cool to see the wrestlers, like all local guys, like working with the company and stuff. Hopefully gets some of their foots in the door, man. I love to see
some of them got a tryout.
I would love to see Mars get in there, and I love to see him rocking it. Him versus Leon Slater, X-Division title. Let's
That would
go.
be
That would
unbelievable.
be sick. Like, let's do this. Let's do this. Is the
Yeah,
battle. It's the battle I want. Let's go.
it's a hell of a
Oh
match.
man, I had such a blast with this.
Yeah,
Yeah. Again, after the show, we got to. I'm gonna bring it up right now. Uh,
again.
oh, I got to put it up again. Leon Slater. This was after the second night, man. I have to put it up
Yep.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy Leon Slater, man. It was so
Yeah,
cool. It was so cool to meet him.
it
I had
was
to
so
bring it
cool.
up again.
Do we want to
Yeah.
talk about the dark matches that happened
Yeah.
after the show?
So I don't know if they're actually dark matches or not. Because somebody
Yeah.
was saying they are. I don't remember hearing it, but again, I don't listen right. We had two dark, what was supposedly two matches at the end. We had Moose versus Rich Holland.
Yeah.
That did end in a very sad way because partway through the match, Ridge looked like he stepped wrong or something, and then went to the corner, fell down, and then all we see is the doctor slide in, and he starts checking on Ridge's leg,
Yeah.
and they had them. They rang the bells. This match has ended due to doctor stoppage, and Moose got the win here. But Moose, the freaking classiest gentleman ever, slid out of the ring, went around, put Ridge around him to help take him out.
Yeah.
Like
What a class act.
Big Moose being generally good human, making sure Ridge could get to the back properly and so Ridge if Ridge putting most of his weight on Moose could then hop along, keeping his
Yeah.
other leg off the ground. Because I don't know if the refs
Mhm.
could have helped Ridge out probably because Ridge is a big freaking boy. He towered over all those refs. So
He is
Moose being
huge.
as big of a boy, being an even bigger boy, I think was the right. Moose tried to pick Ridge up, and Ridge was like, "No, I can't." Don't
Yeah,
carry
he
me."
tried to pull the Batman holding the Joker at the end of Arkham City.
He tried to carry him, like doing the bodyguard style with
Yeah.
with Kevin Costner and Whitney
Yeah.
Houston. But Ridge was like, no, but he helped him out, and I hope for Ridge. I know he's gone through a few injuries now. I hope everything's all right. I hope it's just a tweak or something, nothing
Yeah.
serious. I
Hopefully
hope
it's
he's
nothing
back very
serious.
quickly. So I hope for Rich Holland's sake, he is not out for a long term.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, so getting more on that one.
No, that was the main thing I wanted to hit was the injury. And like the other match, again, we don't know if it's dark or not. We had Mike Santana versus Cedric Alexander. That was a fun contest. Mike did pick up the win there. Again, we don't know if it's dark or not, so this is the one thing I'm kind of but it is what it is. Mike did pick up the win, and he had a really, he was very nice. His promo at the end. Alberta is like his second home. Alberta is wrestling country. He was very nice, and he said that don't count us out quite yet. We will probably, most likely, definitely be back. He wants to thank the entire crew, production, everyone in the back. He wants to thank us on their behalf for being such a hot crowd for 2 nights straight, including that second night where it went for like 4 hours.
6:30 to 10:30.
Yeah, no, it was a long.
The pay-per-view was a pay-per-view pre-show started at 6:30 and that ended right around 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one went longer. But again, it's two TVs. You got to put everything together. Plus, they want to give us an extra couple matches if those are dark matches. They want to give us an extra couple. So I understand it.
Yeah, a couple weeks. Like they only have 2 weeks of TV between this and Bound for Glory, so it makes sense that they need to record their TV.
Yeah.
It was still a ton of fun, and I can't wait to watch those episodes of Impact back. Genuinely, super excited.
I still have to watch the episode, the pay-per-view from Friday. I want to rewatch that.
I also need to rewatch that pay-per-view as well.
Yeah, I can't. I had such a blast with the whole weekend. It was an absolutely phenomenal time.
Cinema.
TNA was just the bomb diggity. Let's just say that it was the bomb.
It is. I can say confidently that I have been to WWE, AEW, and TNA shows now. Like I've seen episodes of Raw, I've seen episodes of Dynamite, I've seen this. This is the most fun I've had at a wrestling show.
SmackDown last year.
We did see SmackDown last year. This TNA is the most fun I have had at a professional wrestling event. that is like TV.
Outside of our
outside of
awesome
indie.
shows.
That's why I specified that is TV.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is the most fun I've had at a TV like big brand wrestling event, because like how I like to equate RCW versus LPW and Top, it's more intimate. It was a smaller venue, there was less seats, and I was a lot closer to the ring than I usually am at WWE shows.
Yeah, that was the coolest thing. Like all things out there. I paid $150 per night for my ticket.
You only paid $150 for front row.
$150 per night.
Oh, per night.
$300, like $300 overall. $300 for the whole thing. I paid $300. Then there was fees on top of that, but like that's
like, peanuts. That's what you'd pay for a normal.
You can't beat that. That's like, look at what did they say? WrestleMania this year, they're 2-nighters.
10,000 for front row.
That's not even front row. That's just floor. The front rows are actually going to be probably around 15 to 20,000 because those are those front of the line, those special access tickets.
Disgusting.
But yeah, I think it was 9,000 starting for floor. But like even the up in the boonies, like way up high for 2 nights was like $850, $900 for your 2-night packages, and that's just for your way up in the nosebleed seats. I love this. I love TNA. I love this, and I get to sit front row for both $300. That's insane. I'm not trying to flex, but I'm just like, that's how they keep it affordable and keep wrestling fans coming out to keep it affordable.
And if you want to talk affordable, I was not that far behind you. Like I was in the second row of the balcony of the first bleachers, which is not even that far away from the ring. And I only paid $60 a night. My 2-day package was $120.
There you go. So like, and I understand, but I love that companies like TNA exist and keep it affordable and keep it and give wrestling fans like us the ability to have this much fun. But with that said, at AWS, where can they find you, bro?
Absolutely. You can find me at the Blue Sky at awscomedy.bluesky.social. You can find me on the Instagrams on AWS Comedy YEG. And if you want to watch me, my buddy Andreas, and the other guy that was in the Leon Slater photo, Malcolm, chat about Power Rangers and all the good stuff we have there, you can find us at the Morphomania Podcast on Andreas's channel at youtube.com/@humanoidfreak2515. And in regards to the Grindstone stuff, again, I will continue to champion and praise the Grindstone for its affordable show ticket prices for shows. It's subsidized space for new and emerging artists. If people were not there, for those that don't know, I was just in a mixtape show last Thursday.
I was there.
Andre was there. Malcolm was there. My mom was there. Everyone that was anyone was there. It was a lot of fun. So if you want to have a chance to catch me at another show, whenever that might be, again, I promote all that on the Instagrams. Yeah, if you want to check out the Grindstone, possibly donate, because they're having some financial problems right now. They need some money for rent and whatnot. Please go to grindstonetheater.ca/donate. I did not pull up the total. I think we're still at around $35,000, which is good. It's
around there.
Yeah. Their goal was goal is 40,000 by the end of September, which we're kind of at right now. But again, donations are still open.
Could always use more for
any little bit helps. Donations are still open. You can, if you feel so inclined, you can sign up for monthly donations. If you're very wealthy and feel so inclined, you can sponsor a seat in the theater or sponsor a throne, sponsor a toilet for $1,000. You get a nice little plaque on the bathroom. It's a lot of fun. But any amount helps. You can donate as little as $5. Anything is appreciated. And all proceeds go towards keeping Grindstone open and keeping a nice, subsidized, inclusive space for new and emerging artists. So if you want to support Edmonton arts community, please support the Grindstone. But that's enough from me. Andre, where can they find you, my friend?
You might just be able to find me over on the X and Blue Sky, Add That Kind of Guy. Instagram and Threads, I can't do. I'm shutting down my TikTok because I never use it. So I'm just going to close it up because I never use it. I don't even look at TikTok, so I'm just gonna close that down. So don't add me on there. You can follow me over on OLE where I do my show. The Point of View every Sunday with my boy Bobby Munson, sometimes Ed when he shows up. We talk sports, we talk all the sports in the world that we love, and then we do predictions every week for the NFL season. So come check us out. I'm tied for first right now, 33-33 with Bobby. Ed's way in the back of 26, and our viewers, their pick is they are 29 for theirs. So come check us out over there. You can also find me if you're watching this Monday tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come check out Marvel Talk, which features myself, Ol Ed, and the Empress of OLE, the host of Marvel Talk, Peggy. As we talk 4, count them, 4 episodes of Marvel Zombies. They all dropped on Disney Plus in the past week. We are going to talk about it. So I wasn't actually supposed to do this show, but they had to move the timings, move it to Monday. I'm like, oh, I can do this. Let's do this. So we're all talking Marvel Zombies. Going to be a great time. Check that out there. But for everything you want from Backbreaker Video, from us, from PopSpot, check out Backbreaker Video, youtube.com/@Backbreaker Video, where you can find all the great PopSpot episodes, along with back catalog of amazing Alberta independent professional wrestling. My recommendation, Michael Richard Blaze versus Giselle Shaw from Drayton Valley, with yours truly as the ring announcer. Check that out. That's one of my favorites in the archives of Backbreaker Video, but there's so much more. Check out the first ever Clandestine Wrestling Society show right here that I was in attendance at. That show was amazing.
I was also there.
You can check all that out in the archives of Backbreaker Video, and you can see replays of and then you see Mike doing his watch-alongs over on Backbreaker Video for AEW's Collision and Dynamite. But you can also see those on twitch.tv/MikeThorath, all those. And if you also check out his Twitch, you can see him playing video games multiple days a week. So if you want replays of those, go to youtube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming for replays of all his great gaming content. But we love professional wrestling.
Can we get a pop for that?
Pop, pop,
pop, pop. And with that, we have come to the end of a very special TNA-focused episode of the Pop Spot. This has been Andre C. I have been AWS. Make sure you like the video, comment, do all the YouTube stuff, subscribe to Backbreaker Video. And until next time, we believe in the Pop Spot. We